I am Quo, and we are honored to greet each seeker of truth in this circle this afternoon. It is a time of great joy within this circle. The love of the Creator circulates around through each heart and seeks to know more about itself through your spiritual journeys. One of the ways that we can help you know more about your spiritual journeys is to take questions that will speak to a facet of your journey, the jewel of your journey that is unique to you. At this time, you would ask if there is a question to which we may respond. Yes, Quo, there is a question. It is tempting to believe that as negative and hopeless as our third density illusion may appear in space-time, it is just as positive and hopeful in time-space. Can you tell us if there's any truth to that, or is it just wishful thinking? Can you comment on the spiritual principles that may be involved in this? I am Quo, and am aware of your query, my brother. We can say to you and to all who have these feelings of confusion and doubt and difficulty that these are a portion of the spiritual journey that each of you travel within the illusion of the third density. This is a journey which each of you has chosen to make. For the difficulties that you experience at this time and at all times are means by which you may move forward on your spiritual journey. All of these difficulties require you to change in some fashion the way that you look at your world and the way you look at yourself and the way you look at your spiritual journey. Change is difficult, my friends. It is that which everyone needs to go through to become a new being, a new facet of the one infinite Creator. So if you will look at these difficulties that you have, whatever they may be, of mind, body, of spirit, within yourself, within friends, within your community, within your nation state, you will see ways through which the Creator may know itself in your space-time illusion. We call it an illusion because it is not able to show you the truth of the unity of all things, because you exist within the veil of forgetting. And this veil of forgetting could be seen as something that is harmful to you because it keeps you from seeing the truth. But in truth, it is that which is most helpful to you. For as you work your way through this type of a veil of forgetting, you are moving forward on your spiritual path. When you have difficulties, perhaps you will move backwards for a step until you see that difficulty and grow from it. This is the path of each spiritual seeker of truth, and it is seen from the time-space realm of your earth that this is the way each of you grows. This is seen as the way that the Creator knows itself and can know more about itself with every difficulty that you have. It has the overview of all of the creation, for it has made it out of itself. You are a portion, a facet of the jewel of the Creator. And as you deal with these difficulties, you will be able to move on your spiritual journey more efficiently. Without these difficulties, there would be no movement. So, give praise and thanksgiving to difficulties. They are your friends, not your enemies. You do not have enemies. You only have the Creator in your other selves. This is the truth that we see in each of you, and we are grateful to be able to speak to it. At this time, we would transfer this contact to the one known as Austin. I am Quo, and am now with this instrument. We will begin by helping this instrument to shake off the cobwebs, you may say, as it has been some time since he has received our contact. We will simply say to this group that we wish that we could show you what we see from our perspective as we gaze upon your group within time-space. From our perspective, all that we see can be seen as rhythm and movement, what you may call vibration. And as you have experienced your time together throughout this period of your time, you have experienced a great dance. And this dance is a beautiful show of lights and rhythm. For our perspective, all is a dance. But what you have experienced during your time together resonates to the core of your planet and to the core of the creation. And the creation itself sings in rhythm with this dance. You will feel this rhythm in your heart as you depart from this time and from this space and travel out into your world. Others may hear this song, though they may not recognize it. But as you consistently carry this vibration, or this rhythm, or this song with you, more and more it will become available to those upon your planet. We encourage you to hold on to this rhythm, to tap into it regularly. Your planet is thirsty for such a deep rhythm of love. At this time, we would ask if there is another query with which we may begin. We are Quo. Yes, there is a question considering the adepts or relatively well-balanced self-experiences, catalysts from other selves, be it partner, boss, child, which opens unexpected old wounds, which cause inner cognitive, emotional turbulence. What is the recommended method to recover quickly without causing verbal, physical, or mental damage? I am Quo and am aware of your query, my sister. We appreciate the careful framing of this query, for it casts the seeker as one who has already been upon the path of attempting to utilize one's catalyst and balance the energy centers, perhaps even having tapped into the great work that we have called adepthood. Indeed, one must be awakened and embark upon an internal journey of intentionally gathering those experiences about one, discovering those things that moves one, whether they seem pleasant or unpleasant, and understanding them as gifts from the Creator to help one understand oneself. As we understand, many here have experienced that initial awakening, and setting of the intention will bring about many experiences and much catalyst for one to utilize. And indeed, if one is regular in their meditations, in their balancing, and in their dedicating themselves to witnessing the creation as a gift, then those things that one has accumulated throughout the life may begin to fall away. Those distortions, traumas, and difficulties. Some may exist upon the surface simply as patterns that one has learned that one can simply become aware of, and in this awareness, they simply dissolve into the being and the light of the acceptance that you bring to them. But some of these things live deeper within the self. They exist as knots within one's energy system, you may say. Perhaps these knots or these distortions were gained as a child within your present incarnation, or perhaps you brought them with you into this incarnation with the intention that you may experience a lifetime that allows you to explore these distortions in different ways, with the sincere hope that, as you recognize the nature of your journey and the awaken to your true being, you can work with these deep catalysts, these deep distortions, and dance with them. Though difficult that dance may seem at any given moment. We understand that this question is attempting to get at those deep catalysts and those deep distortions. We would emphasize, as we typically do, the initial step, which is assumed has already been taken in this question, of a regular meditation practice. This is essential in order to understand one's own nature, to understand the nature of catalysts as a gift from the Creator, and how these gifts allow one to balance one's own being, one's own energies, so that the flow of love becomes more regular and crystallized through the being. As one allows those more surface level or shallow catalysts to dissolve into that love, and one discovers those deeper catalysts, the nature of this meditation practice will necessarily change. You will need to focus more upon the witness inside of you that sees the personality shell, as we have called it, in which these distortions exist. The thing that watches that personality shell. You can abide within this witness in any moment. And when your personality shell reacts to any particular situation, instead of allowing it to move the body, to generate heat, in the words, to lash out, that witness may instead simply allow this wave of intensity, this wave of heat, to flow through one. And it is important that you cultivate this witness. and you experience these difficulties that trigger these deep distortions, that you do not simply ignore what happened. Though your body and your words remained calm and still as you witness them, that you still move forward into your regular meditation practice and bring that catalyst with you. Though you may not have lashed out and hurt somebody, you still have a reaction within your being. And that reaction itself is that gift from the Creator, that reflection attempting to show you to yourself, to show you your true nature as the one infinite Creator, to allow you to seek love where it was difficult to find. And as you continue to do this, you will require patience in order to unpack these deep distortions. They are deep because they are complex, because they have tangled something deep within your being, because they have resulted in some incredible pain or difficulty. We would also speak upon the nature of once one has reached this point, but still finds oneself lashing out and potentially causing pain. There is an important aspect of this process. You came to this planet and accepted the veil of forgetting so that you could experience separation, so that you could trick yourself with the illusion and have the opportunity to do such things as lash out, to cause pain. If the potential for you to hurt another were not present, then the gift of this density would not be nearly as palatable, would not be nearly as potent. Thus, it is no mistake, it is no surprise that even those who dedicate themselves to love, who wish with all of their being to only shine the love and the light of the one infinite Creator, will stumble, will, as you may say, make mistakes. But we do not view these things as mistakes. Though you may, in your reactions, cause some pain or create some distortion, this presents an opportunity, not just an opportunity to utilize this experience as a reflection, to understand more of your own heart and your own mind, but to bring restoration to that which was harmed. This is not a dance that you do alone. If there was distortion caused, and if there was pain, then the adept, as was referenced within the query, that balanced seeker who also recognized that there is healing to be done by one's actions, that there is restitution to give to that distortion. One simply does not cause the pain and then retreat and attempt to find self-forgiveness and self-balance within that. Though these are important aspects of this dynamic, forgiveness of self is essential. But to only forgive the self without attempting to bring back balance to that which was caused to be imbalanced, without the attempt to heal that which was broken, this is half. the process. The healing will remain unfinished. An adept, as was referenced, would recognize the necessity that once pain is caused, healing must be attempted with all of one's being until that balance is found again. We encourage the meditation upon this dynamic, for to understand the nature of your responsibility of your actions will help you to balance these things within your present incarnation. For those who have done the, you may say, minimum requisite balancing, will be playing with these distortions that last for multiple lifetimes. Meditate upon the necessity of not just utilizing these catalysts as reflections, but of utilizing them as opportunities for service towards those who were harmed. Then that healing may happen within an incarnation, and perhaps cycles that have lasted lifetimes, many lifetimes, can be brought into healing within a single moment if healing is attempted and found within one's own being and shared with others. We feel it is important to emphasize this, for there is much that we share that can seem to be very inwardly focused. For it is true that all that you see around you is a reflection of your own being, but such is true for those that you have wounded, for those that may be harmed by your words and actions, because in so doing you have harmed yourself. You have harmed your own being, and thus the attempt to heal the other is an attempt to heal the self. This is the most important aspect of this dynamic. You will find yourself in such situations. The method that was requested within this query is to pay attention and to ensure that you see these moments to not just reflect upon the self, but to offer your service and your healing and attempt to manifest your intention to love again and again and again. You may fall again and again, but with each attempt, the Creator joins you. And each time you attempt, the potential that you carry to heal grows, and more, the healing that you seek comes closer. This is the great work of third density. We again express our appreciation for this well-crafted question, and at this time, we take our leave of this instrument and transfer the contact to the one known as Trisha. We are Quo.